She's posting. She's smiling. She looks unbothered. She looks free. She looks like you never even happened. And you're sitting there at 2 a.m. scrolling through her page like a detective with no badge and no case, telling yourself she's fine, she's moved on, she didn't even flinch. Bro, I need you to put the phone down and listen to me right now, because everything you think you're reading is wrong. That silence you've been drowning in? That's not indifference. That's a language you were never taught to decode. And today, right here, right now, we're gonna change that. I've been doing this long enough to tell you with zero hesitation. The woman who seems the most unbothered after losing a real man is almost always the one hurting the deepest. And by the end of this video, you're gonna see exactly why. But before we get into it, real quick, if nobody in your corner is giving you the raw, unfiltered truth about women, attraction, and what your worth actually looks like in the real world, hit that subscribe button right now. Not because I'm asking, because at some point tonight, your brain is gonna start lying to you, and you need somewhere to come back to. This channel is that place. All right, let's get into it. Here's the thing most guys completely miss. When a woman walks away from a man who was genuinely solid, not perfect, but present, grounded, real, she doesn't just leave clean. She takes the weight with her. She carries it into every new situation, every new conversation, every new guy she tries to replace you with. And that weight? It starts showing up in ways she can't even fully explain to herself. These aren't signs of weakness. These aren't your green light to go running back. These are receipts, evidence of what you actually meant, proof of what you're worth, and most men miss every single one because they've been conditioned to only believe loud signals. But her regret will never be loud, bro. Regret in a woman is quiet, it's calculated, it's dressed up as something completely different. So let's break down the 10 signs she's carrying you without telling you. Sign 1. She never misses a single one of your stories. Not one. You post at midnight, she's already watched it. You drop something at 6 a.m. on a Wednesday and boom, her name is right there. No reaction, no comment, no DM. Just presence, just watching. That right there is what I call digital surveillance wrapped in plausible deniability. She can't bring herself to reach out, but she absolutely cannot bring herself to disconnect either. She's parked outside your life with the lights off. That's not nothing. That is someone who is not ready to let go. Sign 2. She sends you those low-stakes, late-night, almost texts. Something like, random, but this song reminded me of you, or I saw something and thought of you. And then she never actually tells you what the something was. That's not an accident. That's a calculated reach. She wants to open the door without being the one who walks through it first. She's testing you. And here's the trap. If you respond with your whole heart wide open, flooding her phone with availability and emotion, she's gonna close that door so fast because you just told her she still owns you. And what she owns, she doesn't miss. Stay sharp. Sign 3. She starts performing for your eyes specifically. Her posts get more curated, more deliberate, more look how amazing I'm doing energy. The glowing pictures, the girls' nights out, the whole, I woke up like this thriving aesthetic. But here's what you need to understand. People who are genuinely over something don't need to perform being over it. Performance always has an audience. And her audience right now? It's you. She's directing an entire movie and you're the only person she actually bought a ticket for. Sign 4. She asks about you, but never asks you directly. She'll pull your mutual friends aside, casually drop your name, fish for updates about what you're doing and how you're living. She doesn't want to be obvious, but she cannot stop herself from wanting to know. Because if you're winning without her, if you're leveling up and looking good and moving forward, that means the story she told herself about why she left starts falling apart. And falling apart is uncomfortable. Sign 5. Her whole energy shifts the second you walk into a room. The cool, I don't care version of her? Gone. She gets louder, brighter, more animated. She laughs harder than anything is actually funny. And every couple minutes she looks over to see if you caught it. That is not confidence, bro. That is performance anxiety in real time. You don't perform for people you're over. You perform for people who still register as significant. And to her, right now, you are still very significant. And real quick before we keep going, if this is hitting different, if this is putting words to something you've been feeling but couldn't explain, do me a favor and subscribe right now. Because this is exactly the kind of content I drop every single week, and you don't want to miss what's coming. Okay, Sign 6. She compares out loud. You'll hear it secondhand or see it on her page. Something like, I just wish guys nowadays actually showed up the way they used to. Or, it's hard finding someone who makes you feel genuinely safe. She won't say your name. She doesn't have to. Everyone who knows the situation already knows exactly who she's talking about. That's not nostalgia. That is a woman running an audit on her own decision and finding out the numbers don't add up. Sign 7. She shows up every time you win. New job, big announcement, any kind of public milestone, and suddenly she slides in. A like, a that's amazing, with the little star eyes emoji. Low effort, low risk, but the signal is loud if you know how to read it. She's not being friendly. She's maintaining proximity without making a move. She's keeping one foot in the door while pretending she's already walked away. Sign 8. She dates out loud and makes sure you see it. She tags locations, posts pictures, makes her new situation very visible and very public. And I need you to hear this clearly. Genuinely happy people do not broadcast their happiness like a press release. Happiness is quiet. It doesn't need an audience. What she's doing is called triangulation, and it's designed specifically to make you feel like you're losing something. Don't bite. Don't react. Don't even acknowledge it. The only correct response is to keep building yourself and let your silence do the talking. Sign 9. She finds reasons to text you about absolutely nothing. Hey, do you remember that place we used to go to? What was it called? She doesn't need the restaurant name. She has Google. What she needs is an excuse to get your name on her screen, to feel that small pull of connection without fully committing to vulnerability. These texts are doorways. She builds them and then waits to see if you'll walk through. But she always makes you open the door. She just stands there at the threshold. Sign 10. And this is the one that matters most. Eventually, the performance cracks. Not right away, but it will happen. She'll drop the armor in a conversation she started. She'll say something real. Something like, I think about how things went sometimes. Or, I don't know, I feel like I didn't fully understand what I had. She might even say she misses you carefully, in a way she can walk back if she needs to. That moment is not your cue to abandon everything you've rebuilt and rush back in. That moment is confirmation. That is the universe handing you a receipt and saying, you were right about what you brought to the table. Now here's where most men completely blow it. They hear all of this and immediately think, okay, so I should reach out, right? I should let her know I'm still here. I should give it another shot, and I need you to stop right there, because this is the most important thing I'm going to say in this entire video. These signs are not a roadmap back to her. They are a mirror that's finally showing you your own reflection clearly. The real question you should be sitting with after watching this is not, how do I get her back? It's, why did I spend so long doubting what I was actually worth? Because a man who knows his value doesn't chase the validation. He recognizes it, he notes it, and he keeps building. That version of you, he already exists. You just have to stop outsourcing your self-worth to someone else's regret and start living like the man who never needed the confirmation in the first place. That's the move. That's the whole game. And if you made it this far, you already know more than most men ever will. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment below telling me which sign hit you the hardest, and I'll see you in the next one.